Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. It's me, Alejandro Mendoza, Ordinary Chicano. Either way how you say it, it's all good here. And we're back again for another video as we conclude our journey through the Claude Chabrol set from Arrow Video, Lies and Deceit. 5 films by Claude Chabrol. Last week we discussed Betty, and today we're concluding the set by looking at the final film in this set from Arrow Video, Torment. Or, pronounced in French, L'Enfer. I think that's how you say it. As always, I don't know French, but we are going to be looking at this film today. And of course, I hope that everyone is doing well. I want to thank you all for the love you've shown the videos. And if you haven't seen by now, I have announced that at 400 subs, we are going to be conducting a giveaway. So my friend Brad, he was the one who pretty much donated to do that shoot, and he said, oh, I don't want that Criterion. So he said, put it up for a giveaway. So if you want a copy of La Strada, make sure you get me to 400 subscribers, and then you'll have all the details on how to get that copy of La Strada on Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection. But of course, if you enjoy content about physical media, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell when you're done subscribing so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. Of course, if you want to lend an extra helping hand and you'd like some early access or exclusives like video essays, go to www.patreon.com/ordinarychicano and check out those tiers. I am working on a video essay, so when it's done, I will let you all know. And of course, if you're going to want to watch that, you're going to want to be on the Patreon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to today's video. So as we've done it before on this channel, we're going to go ahead and look at this introduction on the back of this Blu-ray from Arrow Video, and then talk about the special features, and we're going to go ahead. So before we actually get into the review, let's look at this introduction from the back of this copy, and then we'll look at the packaging. But let's go ahead and get into it. Love is Hell in this eerily disturbing thriller from Claude Chabrol, one of the most powerful and mesmerizing films of his career. In Torment, Chabrol revives a project abandoned by Henry Georges Clouzot, Les Diaboliques, in which a husband's jealousy and suspicion of his wife drive him to appalling extremes. Stripping away the auteur experimental style and the symbolic visuals that Clouzot had obsessed over, Chabrol approaches the story with unflinching honesty and a daring lack of artifice to present the raw horror of a marriage poisoned by doubt, the escalating madness of one man's obsession, and the lengths he will go to protect his marriage. How much can we trust the ones we love? Francois Cluzet and Emmanuel Biard give career best performances as the husband and wife tearing each other apart in this gleaming 4K restoration that delivers beauty and terror like a knife in the heart. The special edition contents in this is a high-definition Blu-ray 1080p presentation of a new 4K restoration, original lossless PCM stereo audio, optional English subtitles, brand new commentary by film critics Alexandra Heller-Nicholas and Josh Nelson on Henry Georges Clouzot, an archival interview with Claude Chabrol, in which he talks about fellow director Henry Georges Clouzot, Les Diaboliques, whose original attempt to make L'Enfer was abandoned, and how the project came to Chabrol. Interview with Marin Karmitz, an archival interview with Marin Karmitz, Chabrol's producer from 1985 onward. Archive introduction by film scholar Jean Magny. Select scene commentaries by Claude Chabrol. Theatrical trailer and an image gallery. Of course, this is the front of the art of the film. This is the back. I hope you all can see that. Probably not going to be able to. This is the inside with the Blu-ray disc. And then, of course, this is the spine. Forgot to show the spine. So that's the packaging. So, let's get into the film. Even though I've liked the films that we've been covering on this set, I have been waiting to be wowed by a film from this set for a minute now. And even though I liked Copavin, Inspector Lavardin, and Betty, none of those movies actually wowed me or like surprised me enough to say that, wow, this Claude Chabrol director, he is incredible. That changed with Torment. If I can tell you that this title lives up to the film, I am not lying. This movie is incredible. The slow descent into madness and the journey that you go on with these two characters is incredible. I mean, performance-wise, these are some of the greatest performances I've seen on screen. The patience that Georges Clouzot's script goes on to bring out this very slow, patient, diabolic sense of dread is otherworldly. Chabrol finds a way to direct this so patiently as well and follow this script to get into the psyche of our main protagonist, the man in this relationship, as he just obsesses and obsesses and obsesses over this possible affair, and it just takes him to depths where you're left by the end wondering, was this real or not? Was she cheating or not? And just the amount of steps that he takes to ensure whether it's real or not is just appalling. And at the end of this film, you're just left disgusted at this character and feeling so sorry for the woman. I was left mesmerized by the visual language, the score, the script, and direction. This was an amazing film. The best film I've seen from Claude Chabrol yet. And this is definitely one of his strongest works, where it really shows you those strengths that he gets from his noir pieces to his romantic films and then psychological thriller. They all kind of blend together to create this appalling character study that you just cannot look away from the screen as you look at the depths that this character is willing to go. And it's just distressing, the amount of abuse that you see this character put this woman through, and just you're left just, I mean, enthralled in this whole story of just mental gymnastics and games that this man is able to play to make sure that his suspicions are true. Overall, I love this movie, and I would rewatch this if I could. I was literally sitting there, and I said I could literally sit for 20 or 30 more minutes and I would not be against it, because this movie was that good, and it just found a way to get under my skin to the point where I just hated this guy so badly. I think that films are so special when they are able to get that reaction out of me, and in Torment, it lives up to that reaction. But overall, I think this is an amazing film. It is the best in the set, and definitely one I would highly recommend from the filmography of Claude Chabrol. Now let's talk about the restoration. So I watched this on my Panasonic 4K player on a 4K TCL TV, and I benefited from the upscaling, so the resolution is going to be a little bit higher, not exactly 4K, but a little bit above 1080p. And I have to say, oh my god, this is the best restoration I've ever seen presented by Arrow Video. I mean, a round of applause to MK2, and an amazing round of applause as well to Arrow Video for presenting this film to us, because they did an incredible job at bringing this incredible restoration from MK2. The reds, the yellows, the greens, the blues, they all mix well in this highly saturated and deeply contrast presentation of this film. They did an incredible job in the regrading, and it creates that eerie atmosphere that you find in Betty as well. And you can tell that the amount of work that was put into this 4K restoration definitely worked in its favor, because this movie looks beautiful. Its color presentation is amazing. The upscaling helps with the resolution to the point where it looks like it's something that would be filmed today, but because of that film grain, It takes you back to the 90s when this was made, and it still feels like a film from that era. I was just in love with the dark textures of the black and the white levels in this, where it was able to look like it was balanced right. Skin tones looked very accurate, and I was just left mesmerized by the visual component of this film. I've got to say that Arrow Video is definitely one of those companies where I don't have the most experience in watching their work. So whenever I see these discs, I'm a little bit more critical because I'm still going through this process of watching more of their work. So for me to sit down and say that this was an amazing video restoration, you can tell that I truly believe that, and they did not disappoint at all. The audio is pretty much the same. They did a great job, nothing to complain about here. It sounds balanced. There is no hissing, no scratching, no white noise. Everything feels like it's working together to create a good audio track. Nothing is higher than the other. Nothing is too low where you can't hear it. They did a good job with what they have. And honestly, so overall, I love this release, and I think that it's one of the best from Arrow Video. It's easily the best one in this set, and I highly recommend it. I think that if you're looking for a film from Arrow Video that you want to dig into, and you're like, I don't know if these films are for me, I think this one is the one that I highly recommend. And after you watch it, if you think that you like it enough to want to buy this whole set, buy this set. Because honestly, in conclusion, I honestly think that this set was worth it, and I think that it's worth what I paid. And I loved these last 3 films restorations. I liked all these films, but when it comes to this final film, Torment, I loved it. I thought it was amazing, and it's a highly recommend from me. Of course, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope that you all enjoyed the series as we looked at this set. But next week we're going to be covering a new one, and if you all would like, please let me know in the comments what you thought about these videos. What do you think about this set from Arrow Video? What do you think about Torment? Anything, let's talk in the comments, y'all. If you want to keep up to date with me on all things social media, make sure you follow me at The Nerdy Chicano on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Letterboxd and Serialized, and TikTok as well. I'm active on all those, so make sure you follow me. I always follow back. Keep up to date with the Nerdcore by following us at the Nerdcore_ on Twitter, thenerdcore.com, the Nerdcore on Twitter, the Nerdcore on YouTube and on Twitch. We're the same one on both of those, so check out our reviews, podcasts, interviews, and all those wonderful things that we do on there. But in the meantime, y'all, it's been a wonderful time, and I hope you all enjoy the video. But I will see you all next week. But of course, my wonderful cinephiles and renowned scholars, celebrate the love of cinema today, tomorrow, and every day after. Catch you all in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.